Good morning to a wonderful Wednesday. All right, today, like I said last week, we're going to be doing science instead of math. All right, good morning, Caden, John, Patrick, Kira, Halen, Spencer, RJ, William, Paige, Sadie, Zachary, Ace, Kellen, Victoria, Reed, Jenna, Nevaeh, Olivia, Dominic, Logan, Chloe, Cody, and Michael. All right, so last week we started talking about the Earth and the different ecosystems. And we talked about forests, grasslands, deserts, tundras, water ecosystems, and mountains. So while we did not get into details about them, most of them we did get into detail about deserts and how there's a cold desert and a hot desert. So there's two different kinds of deserts, cold desert and a hot desert. I'm going to talk about water ecosystems. There are two kinds of water ecosystems. There is freshwater and saltwater. So we're going to draw an arrow here. We have fresh water and we have salt water. Now, you may remember from our picture of the planet that most of the planet is covered with water. I would say almost half of that, over half that water is salt water. So we're going to start with salt water. What do you think makes salt water salt water? Why do we call it that? Well, I think you're going to be right. If you said it has salt in it, yeah, it's pretty simple. Salt water has salt in it. Now, can you drink salt water? You can, but that does not help you get over being thirsty. So while salt water is okay, we don't drink salt water because it just makes us thirstier. Okay, and there are many, many, many different kinds of plants and animals that live in salt water. Can you name three? Now remember, salt water would be the oceans and seas. Oceans and seas are salt water. What are three animals that live in salt water? Yes, Miss Bert's favorite, dolphins. So we're going to put dolphins right here. Dolphins. Can you think of any others? Yes. Sharks. Oh my goodness. Sharks. And one more. Come on, you can do it. Dolphins, sharks. Some of you are saying clownfish. Yes. Some of you are saying whales. Awesome. All of these. Some of you are saying coral. Yes. Eels. Stingrays. They could glide. Yes. So all of these animals, I'm just going to put stingrays. Live in salt water. Now, can you think of three animals that live in fresh water? Okay, fresh water. Now, fresh water is lakes and rivers and streams and creeks and even swamps. Now, why do you think it's fresh water? First, we have two questions going on in our brains. Why do we think it's fresh water? And the second one is, what are three animals that live in fresh water? Okay. I think I hear a couple. Yes, you heard Miss Brooke say swans. And if you said alligator, yeah, alligators. We're going to put Allie right here. Allie. Allie the alligator. Now, what is another one? I think you got it. Yeah. It does not have to be a fish to live in fresh water or even ocean water, salt water. No. You could say turtles. Turtles. And yes, if you're gonna say trout, sure, yeah. Now, why is fresh water called fresh water? Well, fresh water does not have salt in it, okay? Fresh water are all those systems that bring us water, and the water that the human body needs to keep it moving. Yeah, we got different water that we need to keep moving. Now, we now know there's two water ecosystems, fresh water and salt water. Now, I would love it if some of you guys, maybe all of you, could write about one animal that lives in fresh water and one animal that lives in salt water, okay? Now, you're thinking, oh, it sounds like we're done with science for today. No, 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 no. We are going to do a little baking. Baking? Well, not baking. We're just going to do some making, okay? Now, Miss Brooks, oh, give me a minute. I'm just going to move something over. Ooh, yeah. I got this right here. I got this cool thing. Did you know that you can turn water, lovely water, water. You can turn water into a liquid, which means it can take any shape that you pour it into, or we can turn it into a solid or even a gas. So we today, by making some, are going to turn this water into a solid, okay? So I'm going to open this up. Some of you may have seen this kind of package before. So I'm going to pour it in here. I don't know if you can all see that. It's red powder. I'm pouring it in there. Okay. Now, there is instructions on this box on how to do it. And that's a lot of times with making things. They give you instructions. And we even wrote books about making things. So today, I'm going to make this. It says I need 2 cups of hot water. Now, if you're doing this at home, you need your parents, okay? So, here's a cup. Yep, got a cup. And I got some hot water. Hot water. So I'm going to very carefully. Ooh, I can see the steam coming off. So I'm going to put 1, 2. It said I need 2 of those. Now Miss Burke didn't quite do that correctly, so I had to put a little bit more in. Okay, so it says put 2 cups of hot water. Now the next step it says stir. Oh, it's a good thing I got something to stir with, because I do not want to put my finger in hot water like that. Okay, so I'm going to stir carefully. That's right, stirring carefully. Now it says you're supposed to stir until it dissolves. Well, dissolve just means it goes from that powder just to liquid. And you can, when you're stirring, you can tell the difference. Okay? Now, I think it's dissolved. Dissolved, okay? Now, what I'm going to do next, it says I need to put 2 cups of cold water. Now, this bird has ice cubes in here. See? Ice cubes. But I don't really want to put my ice cubes in there, so I'm just going to dip around it. I got 1. And I'm getting 2. Okay, now, once again, this bird didn't quite get enough. So I have to add more, a little more than 2, but it's not really more than 2. I just have to take what I missed, okay? Now, I've combined it. Now it says I have to mix this together because hot water and cold water does not just mix on its own. One goes to the top and one goes to the bottom. So we have to mix them together. Now you're saying, Miss Burke, this is not a solid, because a solid is something I can touch and it doesn't, I can't pour it. Yeah. So, well, with this, it takes time. Okay? So with time, it will become a solid. Now, I unfortunately cannot have a video that's going to be 4 or so hours long. That's a long time. That's all the way till lunchtime. So what Miss Brooke's going to do is, it says to put it in my refrigerator because it has to get cold. Now it all has to get cold, okay? So I'm going to put it in my refrigerator, and tomorrow we're going to see if it worked. And for those of you who didn't figure it out, it's called Jell-O, Jell-O, okay? So tomorrow I'll pull it out and we'll see if it worked, okay? All right, have a fabulous Wednesday and I'll see you tomorrow.